Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBedcom.
Somewhere over the rainbow, things are good, but not here, and they'll never be the same again. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Look at you, Queen.
Yeah.
Slay, Queen. Slay.
Yeah. Obviously having a good day.
Having a great day.
I'm obviously having a great day.
Are you?
I didn't say, God damn it, in front of the preschool teachers
Did you
today.
really?
Listen.
Oh, James.
I'm going to put my trophy next
James.
to all my other Mom of the Year trophies that I have that you guys know about.
Yeah.
And keep it secret. You know what I mean? Don't tell anybody. But pouring rain, sideways rain.
Yep.
These teachers are sitting under the awning, dry as a bone, just waiting for the kids to walk up. And I'm like, with the umbrella, the 2-year-old doesn't want to go, backpack, sleep sack. And I walk up and then he runs back into the rain. My umbrella flies away.
Yeah, it does.
Flies away.
Gone.
He doesn't want to go. He's crying. And I'm like, do you guys ever you going to do a drive up? You guys ever doing drive up? And they're like, no, we only do walk in. And I'm like, cool. And I'm trying to get the check in on the phone because everything's technology. And
Where is technology, by the way?
it's there.
No, it's not there.
Look, with this school, like it is. The check-in, the da-da-da, you just have to get your phone out, do the QR code, whatever. In the sideways rain, it's a little bit hard. Every other time is fine. And I was like, I think I said, God fucking damn it. But it was very
quiet to
myself under a mask.
Did they hear
because you got to wear a mask.
Did they hear you?
I don't know. But maybe.
Okay. If they did, they did, and you're a horrible human, and,
But you guys.
That's your life right now.
I just want to say I am you. I see you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
There it is, James. I knew it. I knew you were with us.
I am you. I see you.
And you're with me?
And I'm with you.
You're with you. There you go.
And I'm with you.
Yeah,
Yep,
you're with
yep.
you.
All those.
You're with you. Look, hashtag prayers for James. Hammer the like button on YouTube to help us beat the algorithm. If you're watching live right now, we're getting close. Our RPR set is almost built, James.
I'm excited.
I would say another week is my guess. I don't want to rogue in it, okay?
Yes.
I don't want to rogue in it. I don't care. I'll say it. I love Joe Rogan. I love his show. I'm a fan of his. His new video show started yesterday, and all I will say is I think that set is a mistake. It is very tiny. It looks like they're on green screen. I get you wanted to build a spaceship and be inside of it.
I get that.
You know, it's a little too small, a little too snug.
It feels a little snug. It feels very
When you have to go,
busy.
Here's the thing: when you have to go that close on people, it makes the background look fake. So it makes it look like a green screen. If you've watched the new video show, I can tell you it's not a green screen. It is a practical set that is built. However, it's too small, and trying to jam cameras inside of there. And the reason I bring this up is that is our problem with RPR Set right now is we're doing all of these camera tests to make sure it looks cool and that it is big enough. Because as it was currently constructed, the angles were weird, and we were looking. Jessie would have to be, huh? What?
Yeah.
Like looking
Yeah.
up in like Phantom of the Opera. You know, like
Yeah.
I would have had to look down on you, and vice versa, and all of the things. Therefore, I would rather shoot on the Drinkin Bros set, which is done, and wait. So we'll fix that until it's right, and then probably be coming at you live next week from Ross Patterson Revolution towards the end of the week. I got a phone call, Jessie, for an event that I have to attend. Mm-hmm. Very important, very prestigious next week.
So.
And I think Kid Rock is going to be on the show. So,
Nice.
you know, Kid
Happy
Rock could
for
be
you.
on Drinkin Bros, I think. That's what
Happy
we're
for
trying for. It's what we're trying for, kids. But in the meantime, oh man, I know I keep saying this, and I'm just gonna. Well, I feel like I just need some coke now these days. Just start doing just hard rails of cocaine. I need that booger sugar, baby, because I don't believe what's going on in the world anymore. Therefore,
Thank you, Craig.
yeah. He says Jessie looks great as always. She does. She's the fucking real star of the show.
Thank you.
She's fucking hot. I haven't seen you in a few days. You're hot.
Thank you.
I feel like I should start doing hard drugs on a daily basis. And I think it needs to be cocaine in particular, because it's the one drug that can sit in a bag. And then when I hear and or see a news story that I am like, that can't be a thing in this world, I just want to take a spoon in there, like a nice little Coke spoon. I have one from that company that used to be a sponsor of ours, Kennedy.
Yes.
Still have it. And I feel like I just need a big old fucking moose knuckle, you know? Just a
Moose knuckle.
Yeah, just a moose
That's
knuckle
not
worth
what-
a Coke.
That's not what that means.
Whatever, James.
That's not what that means,
It's not,
Giorgio.
am I incorrect on that?
Yeah.
Seems that I might be
It's
incorrect.
a different
Either way.
thing.
I
I
need
just
a-
need a camel toe full. You know what I mean? And just
Moose knuckle is when a man's pants are too tight
You
and his
bet.
balls split to each
You
side.
bet. So my nostrils are enormous. Might as well be the size of 2 testicles. So boom. Let's just throw one right to these moose knuckles right here.
nope.
I need cocaine in my system now, and I feel like it's on a daily basis. And then I'll feel like, well, how do you feel about this? So when people stop me in the streets, how do you feel about that story or that thing that happened the other day? I was like, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of cocaine lately, so it could be true. It could not be true, but this is definitely not the world I want to live in anymore. Therefore, I'm doing cocaine every day.
Right.
I'm doing gator tails, son. I'm doing a little bit of that panty grease. Craig just gave me $3 for my Coke habit. It's going to be a lot more than that, Craig. We're going to have to start budgeting in maybe a grande a week for that cocaine habits.
I would look into a downer if I were you. I wouldn't keep it going up, and up.
Nope.
In your case, maybe
Nothing
for
can
me,
stop me.
yeah. I think for you, I'd switch to a I don't care drug, which is more of a heroin,
Oxy.
oxy.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's more of an I don't care drug.
Perhaps, maybe Oxy. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Now that we think
I
about
don't know
it,
if the
some
people
Roxy's
want to see you
that high.
higher
Maybe. Yeah.
than you
Who
are. Do you know
knows?
what I mean? Energy wise.
Maybe I can do it my own spin-off too in front of my thing. You know, Ross looks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giorgio just it's rolling. No tape on it.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah. We're like,
snorting
go
the whole
ahead,
time.
Ross. Yep, keep doing your show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep, it's gonna go up. Oh, we lost the file again.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Here is the story that
That did it for you?
That did it for me last night. That was like, I should start doing hard drugs.
Sure.
Hard drugs. The
Then we're gonna
Oscars.
switch that to a downer.
The Oscars. We have reached peak 2020. I know I said I would stop saying that, but I'm not going to now. I think on the last time I said it, I said I'm going to say it every day until December 31st at like 11:59 because every day is something new. Now this story dropped late last night, like 10 o'clock, right? For a huge story like that, whenever you know you're going to get a lot of backlash in Hollywood, press-wise, you either drop it at night or on a Friday afternoon. Now, the White House is the master of the Friday night drop, right? Trump is the messiah of it. Anybody who gets fired, you can bet your sweet ass that happens at around 6:58 on Friday. Because that way, the outrage and all of that shit will have 3 days to subside by that, and something else over the weekend fucked up will have happened. The Oscar thing, now they dropped this story late last night, and when everybody was like, huh? I read it, and then my phone started blowing up of like, hey man, this isn't real, right? And I had to double check the article. I checked like 2 different articles, and I was like, no, this is real. So the Oscars is going to shake up their Best Picture eligibility standards with strict new diversity requirements that will take full effect in 2024. Okay. Why 4 years from now? If you're going to change diversity and everything else, like the people marching in the streets in Kenosha or Los Angeles or Chicago or anything aren't screaming, "We want diversity in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
We want diversity."
They want it now, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want it now?
When do we want it? Or what do we want diversity? When do we want it?
Now.
Yeah.
Right.
Is what I keep hearing. Yeah.
Now, Hollywood is saying, we want diversity in 4 years.
We need 4 years.
We're going to need 4
get this going.
years to kind of figure that out. Here's the thing. The Oscars is only a 1-year deal, right? So it's movies for that year, and then you move on to the next year. No reason if you actually wanted to do this.
So the whites better get their movies made.
The whites are done, by the way.
Whites are done.
Whites are, no, I mean, they are fully done. White people are done in Hollywood. So if you're out there and you're a white man or woman saying, "Oh my God, I'd like to be an actress and I think I can make it in Hollywood," no, you cannot. That is the wrong profession for you now. White people are done, and they're not going to be making any more movies. Talked about my buddy and the casting director. They're actually saying it right now in this. So I'm going to read it because.
Yeah, I think we need to get this one totally right, because if you don't
Gotta
read
get it right.
you
I'm
don't
gonna
believe
read it line by line. Okay.
Yeah.
To achieve Best Picture status, your film must meet one of the following criteria. Okay. A1. Now this is in their list, so I'm reading off their bylines here at this point. Okay. I'm not talking about the steak sauce, which should never be sold in stores or live anywhere else in the world because we hate A1. A1, a lead or a significant supporting actor must be from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group. Now, here's the ethnic groups that are you're allowed to choose from as far as that goes, right? Mm-hmm. Asian, Hispanic /
Latinx.
Latinx. What is Latinx?
Anything like Latino, right? So just it's Hispanic or any Latin country. So it could be like.
When did the name Latinx come up?
Because of people like you that just call them all Mexicans. And they're like, I'm from Guatemala, I'm from Cuba, whatever. And you're like, nah, you're Mexican.
To
you know what I
be
mean?
fair, though, I call Canadians snow Mexicans. So it's like, whatever, man.
Right. So I
Latinx.
think that's the... Anyway, anything else you need explained? Go ahead.
Coming this fall, Pitbull is Latinx.
Yeah.
Dolly, we need to march in the streets of Miami.
Yeah.
You know, like, what?
Yeah.
Latinx? That's what you went for? Jesus Christ. Just say Latino.
Central America, South America.
Latino.
Not just, right.
Latino already covers that. Latinx?
Spanish.
Fuck off, dude. What are we doing? I don't even like Caucasian. Just call me white. Call me honky or white. I don't even like Caucasian. The fuck is that?
Or a cock, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me a cock, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that cock walking down the streets.
Cock of the walk.
Yeah.
Now,
Next up, Black / African American. Huh? I thought we weren't allowed to call people black in this country anymore. We had to call them African American. Now, is the black for other countries? Is that what we're trying to do by saying that?
No, I think it's black or African American if you actually are like an African
Okay, but
American, but that doesn't cover.
What if you're
all.
just black? Where are you from then?
Yeah, I guess that would cover all of it. Right?
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Could have just said black. Don't understand. If black is encompassing every other country except for America, right? Because you're saying African American. That's more like, so African American, that's 2 continents, right? What about the other 5? What about black people from Antarctica? They're just lumped in the blacks category. We're done caring about them. We don't give a shit about them. It's Antarctica. Fuck them. Fuck them up there. Next up, Indigenous / Native American / Alaskan Native.
Okay, Eskimo. Couldn't say Eskimo. No, I'm just joking. I don't know.
What?
So anyway, Middle Eastern.
Alaska, wait, hang on.
slash
Alaskans are a part of America. Alaska is a state in America. We don't call them Hawaiians as another race. Like, no, that's part of America.
Weren't they added quite late, though?
I don't know, Jessie. 1948, We've been making movies since then, so I think we're good.
Yeah, so if there's anyone before that time, when you're an Alaskan native, right? You got to have one person in the movie from 1948 Alaska.
Before pre-1948.
And this is what I get really pissed off about, because that's not possible. It's not possible, Oscars. I was okay with everything else, but you can't find an Alaskan native alive these days.
Pre-1948.
You need at least one native Hawaiian. So when did Hawaii become? I mean, again, how are we going to find a Hawaiian native? Yeah.
We're going to have to really fact check all of these. But next up, Middle Eastern / North African. Are the South Africans not allowed because they're white? Just say that. Just say we're going back to segregation again.
Right. Well,
Hey, I've got somebody from Africa. Are they whites? Get them out of here. Get them the fuck out of here. We don't want any more white people in these goddamn Oscar movies. But they're from Africa. Where at? South Africa. Are they white? Out. Your film is out. It's garbage. It's a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Right.
That's real specific, Oscars.
So.
Oh my God, no way. The next one is Native Hawaii.
Yeah. Now, let's just real quick go back to the fact checking. So these two became states, both Alaska and Hawaii, in 1959.
Oh.
So it is possible.
It is possible.
I take
They're
it
gonna
all
be
back.
60, though. They're going to be 61 years old. So, it's possible. 61 plus. Maybe another Cocoon movie with all
There you
Hawaiians
go.
and Alaskans.
Alaskan natives.
Yeah, where they have a weird body switch where it's just like, oh, I woke up and I was freezing. I wasn't on the beach anymore. And
Right.
it's just old people
Freaky
now.
Friday with Hawaii and Alaska.
Yeah.
That would be a tough one. Yeah. That would be a tough one. You wake up in Alaska from Hawaii. Someone's getting the shit end of the stick on that one.
A low
for sure.
no. It's
Right.
not a low ha. It's a low no.
We better move on.
Oh, God. Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. Huh. Well, fuck. The Rock is good, I think.
The Rock is good.
See one
a
of those
Momoa. I'll take a Momoa.
Oh, yeah. Take a Momoa.
Put you a Momoa in your movie.
Mm-hmm.
No problems here.
Now, to save themselves, they threw in this last one here that said, other underrepresented race or ethnicity.
As a lead or significant supporting actor
Mm-hmm.
is a potential requirement under the guidelines.
So everything we just described, again, one of your leads or significant supporting actors, which I guess you're going to start counting screen time there with a stopwatch, has got to be of one of these races or, sorry, Best Picture, no go, brother. You can't be nominated. We can't give the Best Picture to the actual Best Picture. If this were the case, by the way, just based on this, just this one little section of their new fucking bylaws here, the movie Parasite
Yes.
wouldn't be nominated. There's no other race in that.
Well,
It's just all Asian, right?
yeah, but you have to have at least one.
Yeah.
So they have at least one.
Right. But so is that what you're saying is if you're an all Asian movie, right? Just so I understand it.
Sure.
All Asian, all black, all indigenous peoples, all North Africans, or
Yep.
all Hawaiian movie.
Yep.
As long as it's not white people, you're good and you can still be nominated.
Yes.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. It's over for us white folk.
Well, how
We're
many
gonna
years?
take a long walk home. I don't know. Pretty
How many
soon-
years until you have to actually have a certain number? Of
How many
each? But
years until we open up WET to go against BET?
Oh.
Because that's pretty much it. We're not going to... White people can't be nominated for anything like Best Picture or anything anymore. So it's like, we're going to have to create our own entertainment channel now.
At least one. I mean, I'm going to play a devil's advocate a little bit.
Sure.
Just have to have.
But if you're going to have one, then switch it up and say, hey, man, if you're going to have a movie of an entirely different race, throw one honky in there. Mm-hmm. Throw a honky in there, you know? If we're going to make it fair, we got to throw a honky in there. That's what my grandfather always said. If we're going to make it fair, let's throw a honky in there. I believe he ran on that.
I like that.
So next up, A2. Now, this is their general ensemble cast, okay?
Okay.
At least there's the new bylaw to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. At least 30% of all actors in secondary or more minor roles are from at least two of the following underrepresented groups. Women. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're a woman, you have to be racial or an ethnic group. That's what they're saying here. Okay.
Employing women, LGBTQ, members of a racial.
So the next one is LGBTQ plus. They've now added a plus to that, kind of like Hulu and everything, or Disney, kind of like Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah. They're kind of including more things in that, which is a nice, fun, flirty thing. And then people with cognitive or physical disabilities, or who are deaf or hard of hearing.
Okay.
What?
Whew, this is really confusing.
Georgia, what?
Right.
Sorry, I was auditioning for best actor in a movie. If you're on set and you're deaf, not that I don't appreciate a Marlee Matlin, I'll take her any day of the goddamn week, right? There is not a lot of deaf actors in Hollywood. I don't know what's going to happen. When I read this one in particular, right, here's immediately where my mind went. Do you remember the guy who auditioned? He was an actor. He kept auditioning for shit, didn't get it, and then he cut off his own fucking arm to get cast in Breaking Bad. And he was like, he lied and said he was a war veteran and all that shit. And then he got popped for it, and then he had to come out and release a statement and was just like, look, man, he was just getting roles because he was rolling in with half an arm, you know, with a nub. And he was just like, man, I just came back from Iraq, and I'm an actor, and I'm a veteran. And that's what's going to happen. So people are going to start faking disabilities to get in a movie, right? Look, in this last book that's coming out Thanksgiving, I fake a deaf accent in one of the scenes.
Right.
That's what is going to happen. Mark my fucking words on this. I am not wrong about much in this life. I can promise you people are going to start pretending to be LGBTQ or plus. Mm-hmm. Hypothetical, you're a young actor, right? And you want to get in one of these movies with fucking Spike Lee. Mm-hmm. And you roll in, and they're like, hey, man, tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, I'm queer, and I'm just having a hard time getting parts. Now, this movie, to me, looks like, I read the script. It looked like it could be Best Picture. Now, I'm queer, and I would like to be in this, or I am bi. Mm-hmm. I take dicks sometimes. It depends on the party.
You're non-binary.
I'm non-binary,
right.
Yeah. So I think I should probably be in this. And the flip side of that is Spike Lee is then going to have to ask these people afterwards, hey, man, are you this? Because if you've got to fill up 30%, that means you're going to physically have to ask the actors if they are LGBTQ, if they are racial or an ethnic group, or if they have cognitive, physical disabilities, deaf, or hard of hearing. What if you start dragging your leg like Kaiser Sose in the room, right? I got hit by a train. I was in a weird train accident in Chattanooga, Tennessee when I was a kid, and I'm just dragging this old dumb leg behind me. That's my physical disability. Mm-hmm. I would have faked it to get into a fucking Christopher Nolan movie for sure. I'd drag a leg in. I would have been. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Griff, can you? You're hired. Let's go. I want to be in Tenet tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can promise you this. Hollywood itself is so full of fucking vain people, us included, that to make it in one of these things and get a huge role, if all you have to do is fake taking a dick or a disability, I would have done it. Would you have done it? Be honest with yourself.
No. Like cut off a limb?
No, not that. That's extreme, cutting off a limb. But if at the end of your audition, they were like, Jessie, God, that was great. quick question, because we got to have 30% of the cast be women.
Well, I'm a woman, so I'm in.
Correct. You're in, right? But
I already have a disability. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Well, let's say they asked you, are you LGBTQ? Because that's going to come back later in this, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you would say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, I sucked a tit, right?
Yeah. I've lied about worse to get less. So, yeah, no problem. Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. I would already say, I would go into a graphic detailed story. Yeah, man, sometimes I'm taking too many dicks.
Right,
You know?
right.
Sometimes I feel like my dick quota's too high for the day. Do I got the job?
Right.
Next up, A3, main storyline or subject matter. So the storyline or the subject matter, the theme of the narrative of the film, is centered on an underrepresented group. Now again, underrepresented groups in this category are women, racial or ethnic group, LGBTQ+, people with cognitive or physical disabilities who are deaf and or hard of hearing. I look at a movie like Mr. Rogers that was nominated last year, right, with Tom Hanks.
Right.
What, is that not good enough anymore?
Well, what? That there was a black person? I don't know. What are you saying?
Was there? There was one, but they didn't make up 30%. None of this makes up 30% here of your shit.
Right.
None of the requirements. Dunkirk doesn't make 30%.
Yeah, I guess you can't do any historical.
No, you can't do any biographies at all. And you couldn't do anything, let's say, pre-1950, like any stories. You couldn't do a World War II movie.
Right.
Barely. I don't think that, to my knowledge, and you feel free to correct me if I'm incorrect, I didn't see that many black people fighting in World War II. I very well could be incorrect on this, and I don't know. I remember the movie about the Tuskegee Airmen, but that was a big deal, right? Because that was the first thing and all that shit. So there is a lot of stories that do not meet any of these requirements, so I guess they are all out. Now, your creative leadership, this is standard B, creative leadership and project team. This is all the people behind the camera, okay? So not only in front of the camera do you have to tell the stories that they want you to tell and do everything else. Now they're going to tell you who to hire and why. B1, creative leadership and department heads. At least two of the following creative leadership positions and department heads: casting director, cinematographer, composer, costume designer, director, editor, hairstylist, makeup artist, producer, production designer, set decorator, sound, VFX supervisor, writer, are from one of the following underrepresented groups: women, racial or ethnic group, LGBTQ, people with cognitive or physical disabilities who are deaf or hard of hearing. At least one of these positions must belong to the following underrepresented racial or ethnic group: Asian, Hispanic, Latinx, Black, African American, Indigenous people, Native American, Middle Eastern, Native Hawaii, all that other shit. Other key roles, at least 6. That's a lot, especially on an independent film. At least 6 other crew members, team, and technical positions, excluding production assistants, are represented from a racial or an ethnic group. Those positions include, but are not limited to, first AD, gaffer, script supervisor, etc. Now, on an independent movie, like a lot of the films that I've done, we only have maybe 8 to 10. So 6 of them, if I wanted to be considered for whatever thing.
Range 15 would have been full on considered.
For Best Picture? Look, it should have won anyways, but no.
Dude, our crew was
Yeah.
the best.
Yes. But
But they were the best.
But here's the thing. I hired the best people. I didn't
best people.
I didn't ask their race. I didn't ask their sexuality. I didn't ask any of that shit.
We had a phone call.
Nor
we
have
saw
I ever.
reels.
Yes.
And that was it.
That's it. That's it. The best people got the jobs.
And it was the best crew that I've ever worked with.
I've produced 12, 14 movies, 6 or 7 TV shows. Not once have I ever thought about someone's race, what their sexual orientation was, anything of the sort before I was like, man, I need to hire that person because they're gay or whatever. Now, I wish some of the people were gay. I had a wardrobe on a set who was dating, and they fucking broke up, and that ruined a production. And I was like, God damn it. I wish I would have hired 2 people who, I guess, didn't date. Like that, I'd like to be a thing, but never in a million years have I sat there and said, man, I wonder what their race is. I wonder who they're fucking when they get home. I wonder if when he takes off his shoe, if he's got a limb that's about 4 inches shorter than the other. You know, I wonder if he's got to wear special shoes.
Right.
Not once.
Chandler Hobson.
Yeah.
Hobson?
Yeah.
Said, so I guess Schindler's List remake is out of the question. Can't make a Holocaust
Schindler's
movie.
List doesn't even qualify for Best Picture.
No.
It's all
can't
white.
Make a Holocaust. No. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
It's out of the question.
It's
That's
all white.
Funny.
You cannot make that film today.
Well, just like everything. Well, I'll let you finish.
Yeah. So C1, and this is the next one. Paid apprenticeship and internship opportunities. The film's distribution or financing company has paid apprenticeships or internships that are from the following underrepresented groups that satisfy the criteria below: women, racial or ethnic group, LGBTQ, all that shit. Been people with cognitive disabilities, deaf, whatever. Right? All of the same shit. Here's the problem with that. Again, you're shooting an independent film. You don't know who your distributor is. Mm-hmm. So let's say that I was the producer. I'd finance my own films. As if, take any movie that I've ever done that I did that with, right? When I went to get distribution, I would have to ask them as the producer and say, hey guys, so you're distributing this movie. Are you paying your interns? Are any of them women? Are any of them of racial or ethnic? Or any of them gay? Mm-hmm. Or bi or trans or anything like that? If not, I can't sell you my movie.
It's just one of the following, bro. Calm down.
Either way.
Okay.
But it's got to be 30%, Jessie. 30% of your shit. So
right.
30% is a lot.
Yeah.
That is 1/3 of your movie, your distribution, your financing, all of it. So like, I understand that it's just one group with the thing, right? But it's the others. You still have to include every other group to make up that 30%. Or you're going to have to start lying about how many people worked in your movie. You're going to have to lie about where the financing came from. Here's the real kicker, kids. Financing for independent films comes from dirty fucking Arabian princes. A lot of it's from there. Does that qualify? Because I guess they're from North Africa? Probably, I guess. But other than that, you're lucky to get funding for any of this shit, let alone ask where it came from and ask if they're paying their interns. They're chopping off heads over there, for Christ's sakes. Khashoggi style, brother. And now it's like, oh yeah, who financed it? Yeah, I'm sure that prince who fucking disemboweled Khashoggi has got paid interns on staff who gave that money up. Come on, man.
Well, independent films haven't been nominated for an Oscar for many years.
Parasite's independent. Won everything.
Independent, though?
Yes.
Like the way that we think of independent films, though?
I think it was, $5 million or something like that? Fully paid for. He shot it in a house. God, what was that movie, $3 million? It was cheap as fuck.
Okay.
You know what the other one was that was fully independent? Was Shape of Water.
Oh, that's right.
That motherfucker gets all of his money overseas, that Guillermo del Toro. Next up, the major studios distributors are required to have substantive ongoing paid internships and apprenticeships for all the underrepresented groups, which I have named. And the mini major or independent. So a mini major studio is, it's not Warner Brothers, Fox, or Paramount, right? It is like, it's like the Weinstein Company, to be honest with you. But
right.
I guess that would be Annapurna or A24 right now. Mm-hmm. That would be a mini major, kind of a mini major. So the other portion is, and here's why this is a big deal, the paid internships and all this other bullshit that everybody gets paid and fucking everybody's equal and blah, blah, blah. That all goes into your budget. All of those people go into your budget. When all of those people leave when the movie's over and they file for unemployment, congratulations. It's a fucking snowball effect. You try to keep it pared down as much as possible for all of these crews and everything else, because It will drive the shit out of your budget. What you're telling people is you can't afford to. You cannot afford to make an Oscar film. Can't afford it anymore.
No, well, you shouldn't. I mean, shouldn't be trying.
What is the...
These are for big budget, big studio films that have money to throw around.
The problem is, so let's look at the last winners, right? Moonlight, right? Independent. Fully funded, independent-wise. Parasite, independent. Shape of Water, independent. Go back to Pulp Fiction. These are all independent films that have come up and been nominated for all of the things. The Master. Go through Annapurna's list, for Christ's sakes. Those are all independent films. They don't make a fucking dollar in the box office because they're great. But they're all independent movies. That woman's taking a fucking bath on all of these because they're not making money. And you're fucking screwed, dude. This should be about the best picture. You should be able to tell the stories you want to tell. Now that you can't, I mean, this to me is the biggest form of censorship that has been dropped on Hollywood this year. Because now you're saying we're controlling everything you do now. So any story you want to tell, you're going to tell it our way with our people, with the people we tell to put in it. You're going to get fined. You're not going to be accepted. Nothing. You're fucking done, dude. If you don't do it the exact way we want you to do it and we think you should do it. We don't even care who's best for that job, as long as they meet some of this criteria. It's over. That's it. Rest in peace. And I was on here last night. This is Deadline. Deadline's a super insider Hollywood site. It fucking exploded last night. And first of all, I'm going to read this first comment here. It says, watch how quickly the quality of the nominees goes down because the Oscars will have become a joke. And that's true, right? This upcoming awards season, I guarantee you, they're going to pick the most diverse people they possibly can. Not the people who are the best actors, just to make it diverse so the optics look good. Now your movies are going to be the same. Is if you weren't having a hard enough time getting people to theaters now, and most of these theaters teetering on bankruptcy, forget it. Forget it. That is a pipe dream now. The Oscars is over. If it makes it to 2024, shit, man, I'll try to suck my own dick, and then that'll be part of that plus. On the LGBTQ plus, that'll be it. What do you call that? One man sucking his own dick. Am I gay? But it's me.
It's got to be in one of those LGBTQ to
let's add an A.
Things.
Let's add an A for attached. Let's call it AGM, attached gay man. Like, you know, where my penis is attached to me and I can suck my own dick. If the Oscars makes it to television on 2024, I'll hike it up, dude. I'll get on the front of this desk right now and try to suck my own dick. Because there's no way. There is no way the Oscars make it till 2024. And if they do, Jessie, it is going to be an online event where it's like, hey, go to Oscars.com and watch this award show that no one gives a fuck about because it's all fucking made up and pretend. And we're just hiring people based on if they're deaf or have a disability or they're from some weird country or race that is not from America. Right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all of this bullshit that's in here, like, why do I have to hire somebody that's not from America for an American movie to be a fucking, like, that's America. The BAFTAs have the British Oscars. Like, I would never go over there and be like, hey, man.
No, they're from America.
You should really
They're from
start.
America.
Who?
They're not saying you have to hire people from other countries.
Yes. So
No.
one of these categories is if you hire somebody from North Africa, congratulations, you're in. So some of these categories are other countries. That'll qualify you.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
It's America. You know what I'm saying? I would never go to China. China's got the biggest box office in the world. I would never go there and say, you've got to hire me. Americans are super underrepresented on Chinese cinema, man. They'd tell me to go fuck myself. Then they'd cane me.
Right.
And
then they kill you.
Killed me. And I'd be fucking dead. I couldn't go to Britain and just be like, oh, man, Americans are really underrepresented here. John Oliver's on my TV screen. I want my own news show so I can skewer the British politicians. I'll wear a white wig and some makeup and fuck off with all this shit.
Right.
everything that is going on with Hollywood and the Oscars and all of this bullshit, you fully deserve everything that's coming your way. And an Oscar these days will be like fucking going down and getting the gold kill cliff chain right in front of your desk right there.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's all that's about anymore.
Right.
So
once again, they are not doing this, like all of these diversity things because they felt in their heart that they should, and they really want to make a difference. If you look at the demographics of people that actually go to the movies and actually buy tickets, it's Hispanic and Asian.
Yeah.
Is the highest percentage of ticket sales. So it's not at
Worldwide.
all. It's not at all
Worldwide.
because of the protests. It's not at all because of people screaming out for diversity. It is money. So if you look at it that way, does it make it a little bit easier for you to stomach?
No.
That you're like, they're doing this because it's their last ditch effort to be like, the people that are buying tickets are Hispanic and Asian. How do we get them there more? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
They're not like, we care. We care.
It is a fucking, it is crazy town USA to me, and like Oscars can go fuck itself. To be honest with you, like you could take that Oscar and just light it on fire. It's worthless. The only thing that it's good for is Coke. Put a little Coke on the head of that Oscar. Now that's a boss move.
Right.
Sniff up. Start checking the
Who
back
would
caves.
have that picture? Mickey Rourke, maybe?
Yeah.
Who has that pic somewhere? Do you know what I mean?
Somebody's got a pick to and blow off the
Rourke,
Oscars.
probably a Johnny Depp, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like this.
Something like that. But
Robert Downey.
Yeah, I bet you he's got one.
He's got a pic, like an old Polaroid of him just.
Yep. And typically, like, look, we'll write notes for the shows and all this stuff. So, like, this one hit me first, and I was like, oh God. Hard drugs. There's no hard drugs around here. I don't have any hard drugs. And I was like, let me read something else. See what something else we can talk about tomorrow on the show. This Joe Exotic thing, and I hate talking about this guy. And like, wait till these Tiger King movies start coming out because there's 3 in production right now. You're gonna blow your brains out, and you're not gonna watch them. It's too late.
They're so pissed that they didn't get it out quick enough.
And they
because
can't.
of all this shit.
Of COVID, yeah,
They're
you
like,
can't.
dude, it's going to be so late. No one's going to see
Nope.
it.
And it's going to be so fucking lame. Joe Exotic has hired a tour bus to go cross country from his zoo and jail to the White House. It's supposed to arrive at the White House today.
Okay.
And they are going to hand a handwritten letter that is written by Joe Exotic to Donald Trump. They are claiming
237 pages.
Yep, 237
So it's a book.
pages of why Joe Exotic needs to be pardoned by Donald Trump.
Yeah.
One of the claims that he made in this letter was that he was being sexually assaulted in prison. It's all dudes in there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, sure. Let's go back to the first guy who was missing the fucking teeth, the methed out guy.
Sure.
Right? He was feeding young dudes meth so that he could get his dick sucked,
Right.
and then luring him in with tigers.
Right. Both guys, not gay.
Yeah.
Major drug addicts.
Yeah.
Not gay.
Yeah.
Abused by.
Correct.
Tiger
Abused
King.
by Tiger King, and now he's getting abused in prison, and he's worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real. With as big as this show has gotten, if I was in jail, let's say I was serving life in jail, in the same jail as Joe Exotic, just to do it, I'd try to fuck Joe Exotic, as a cool story at the lunch table the next day.
Gosh.
Of like, hey man, what'd you do? Fucking murdered somebody. I'm serving life. What are you going to do in here all this time? You've got like 40, 50 years left of your life. I don't know, man. I just watched that Tiger King thing. Everybody's been talking about it on the outside. I think I'm going to try to fuck Joe Exotic,
Right.
Like that's pretty much the only cool story you would have left in jail at that point, right? Not, I made some toilet wine. It's fermenting in a sock. And I'm waiting for that to hopefully create a decent buzz.
Right.
But I got to get a little bit more yeast in it first,
Some pruno. No, you need more fruit.
Yeah, you need more fruit,
Yeah.
right? That story, that's going to get old after a week. But if you fuck Joe Exotic in jail, it's a good story for the outside,
Sure, but you're not going to the outside.
You're not
serving. Okay.
But you're gonna make some calls, write some letters, talk to some homies out on the outside, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, how you doing in there? Is everything all right?" Somebody's gonna check on you and be like, "Yeah, man. I heard you're staying in the same jail as Joe Exotic."
Right.
Dude, yeah, I am. Guess what, man? I fucked him. What? Yeah, fuck Joe Exotic. Why'd you do that? I don't know, man. I'm just kind of serving life, and I'm really bored, man. And it's a cool story, right? And it's just like, yeah. And then you go back, to your 20-year reunion. You're talking to people at the thing, and it was like, hey, man, where's Ross? He's not here. It's right. He got life in jail for murdering somebody, right?
Yeah.
What's he do? Have you heard from him? Yeah, dude. Craziest story. He's fucking Joe Exotic in jail. Isn't that nuts?
Right.
That's nuts, man. Yeah, fuck, man. Good for Ross. He was always hilarious, man. I bet he's doing it in a funny way. You know? I bet Ross is wearing the arm crutch while he fucks him, I bet he's doing it like sideways, just kind of leaning into it. That's pretty much it for the Joe Exotic story inside jail at this point. So whoever's sexually assaulting Joe Exotic is only doing it for the story at this point. And, good on him. And look, I don't feel anything bad towards Joe Exotic not being able to get out of jail.
No, I think when this first came out, when the whole Joe Exotic mania was happening, I did think it would be kind of a cool move for Donald Trump to pardon him. And now I'm like, if he fucking does it, it's over. It's over. Don't even read that book.
It's crazy.
From Joe Exotic's husband.
Dude. That's absolutely crazy.
That's bringing it to the White House. I don't know.
James, it's gotten crazier. And then your girls here, before we get to the sponsors, your girls, they're keeping up the Kardashians. It's over.
I find that really, really hard to believe.
No.
It can't be over.
Yeah.
Where are they moving to?
20 seasons. It is done. They're going to do one more season, and that is it. Now, the rumor is, and whenever I quote OK Magazine,
it's a bad day.
Who fucking knows anymore? Right. Is it better than the New York Times? No. They're all on equal footing now. So OK Magazine is right there with the New York Times. Now, they're saying that the Kardashians were fired over money and that Kris Jenner wanted at least $40 million per season. How many shows do they do?
Personally?
No, for the family, $40 million.
That's not.
Well, how many shows do they
bad. Do? Yeah.
You watch it.
Yeah, I feel like they're filming every day of their lives.
Well, look, shit. Okay, so looking at their last contract, they got $150 million for 5 years. So yeah, you're looking at $50 million a year. They didn't want to pay it. Maybe the ratings aren't good anymore.
Maybe the ratings aren't good. I wonder what Ryan Seacrest is up to. If he is really not doing well, I don't know.
Oh, Seacrest? I don't know. What's his sitch?
Is
out?
Hardcore executive producer and
very much so.
Head bitch in charge.
Yes.
At Keeping Up with the Kardashians. He's okay. He still looks not great. I don't know how he's doing. A lot of people
behind the scenes are saying he has serious health issues.
Yeah, something's going on with him.
For
he
all
is
this
not
shit.
the same.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was a stroke. I don't know if it's just he's sick. He's the type of person that would never say anything. Like he's a Chadwick where he's like he's going to work until the day he has to go to the hospital and die.
What's a Chadwick?
Huh?
What's a Chadwick?
Chadwick Boseman.
Oh. That's, I mean,
where like he doesn't want any, he might, but he would not tell anyone. He would be like, nope, I'm fine. And his reps would say, no, he's fine. Yeah. Don't worry. And then you see him on the Zoom at home and you're like, something's going on.
Yeah, something's weird here, man.
They're telling me nothing's wrong. So I guess nothing's wrong.
The Oscars are diverse now, so we've fixed everything.
Right. I mean, I would love to live in a world that people are not watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians as much right now. I haven't been. It just feels like, again, they filmed in a time that doesn't feel real right now. So when you're watching stuff like that, you're like, this wasn't now.
Yeah.
Like this was filmed back in in another life, it seems like, when things were good.
Yeah, right.
And normal, and you guys were on top of the world. And now, sorry.
Yeah, strange, man. Strange times indeed. We get some sponsors who pay for this show to be on the air. Again, hammer the like button on YouTube so we can beat this algorithm if you're watching right now. First and foremost, GhostBed.com/Drinkin Bros. Finest mattress in the land, Jabes.
In the land.
I came in last night because you had just come back from the Kakalaki.
I did.
North Kakalaki.
North Carolina.
And you had the bed kicked up.
Sure.
With the adjustable base.
Yep.
Which is on a remote control, by the way. Mm-hmm. Greatest thing of all time.
Greatest thing of all time.
You were all in last night and not moving whatsoever.
Put on the vow.
Yeah.
I put the leg part up and the head part up.
Yep.
And then I just feel like I'm being cradled by a big giant.
Yep.
And I go right to night-night.
Yeah. Yeah, you were gone.
Night-night.
Yeah. You were gone.
Missed the ghost bed, I will say.
Great. It's
Missed the ghost bed when I was out of town. I slept in a couple different beds. Whatever, we'll get into that later.
Did you bring the pillows back? The pillows are shipped.
They are being shipped.
Oh.
Here they come.
Black
They're on their
old
way.
Sun.
No.
I told Giorgio yesterday that you thought the name of that song was Black Old Sun.
Black Old Sun.
Yeah.
It's not?
Nope, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. They got the 30% bundle package still in effect for Labor Day. People are still laboring. Yeah, they are on that bed, laboring back and forth.
You could labor on that bed.
Yeah, dude.
If you have the adjustable base, you could full on have a kid in that bed.
Just do it Joe Exotic style, you know? Put the crutch on one arm.
A hospital bed at that point.
Yeah, just put the crutch on one arm, you know, kind of lean over to the side of the bed. Figure out a new position. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Today, as always, they got a 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there, so get on it, Jabes. Get on it. You better work.
Work it, girl.
Speaking of working, nothing gets me through a work day better than StrikeforceEnergy.com, Jabes. It's a great segue.
It really is.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Shablinkers. Throw a little bit in this water here, and then I'm fucking ready to go to Browntown, you know?
Browntown.
Nope. Am I saying that wrong, Giorgio? Okay. Turns out that Browntown is another man's anus and not where I need to be in this world, so I want to apologize to you. Getting some misinformation in my headphones about Browntown. Definitely don't want to go there, Jabes.
No, we don't want to go to Browntown.
We want to go uptown, and the only way to get there is to listen to Bruno Mars and drink some Strikeforce. Strikeforce, it's got 4 amazing flavors: grape, ridge, lemon, orange, and the other one. Yeah. People know about the off-the-menu one, and wink, wink. If you're an OG homie, you know what it is. I'm not going to tell you. Go to StrikeforceEnergy.com today. Promo code REVOLUTION, 20% off. Comes in the same boxes you get at 7-Eleven, all that bullshit. Last but not least, Manscaped.com. Shave it up. Shave them pubes up. Shorn pubes.
Shorn pubes, but not like in a creepy way.
I like going real high like that and then shorn.
And then
pubes.
ASMR.
Yeah.
But it's the perfect level of pube. You don't want to go completely shorn.
You're the only person, by the way, that I can actually, like, I could understand the ASMR thing. I think I could get off, like, if I didn't know you and you were just doing an ASMR video.
Right.
I think I could get off to you.
Really?
Yep, like a complete stranger. That's not my thing. It's not a kink in my life. But yeah, yeah. And if you did that the entire episode, I think the combination.
I think people would. Oh God.
The combination of my voice and your voice together is like, oh my God.
Right.
You're gonna erupt, and if you're gonna erupt, you might as well shave your pubes up. Go to Manscaped.com and shave up those pubes.
Lawnmower 3.0. Go ahead and get your subscription with that as well. You can get a subscription with this and Strikeforce.
Yeah,
get it together. Get all hopped up on Strikeforce and start shaving your balls. How about that?
Yeah, shave your balls.
Be careful.
Promo code REVOLUTION at manscaped.com. You don't have to be careful. They got a fucking guard, dude.
Right. So get all hopped up on Strikeforce and just go to town. If you have the subscription, they will send you new blades, I think every 2 or 3 months. And if you sign up right now, you're going to get a free bag and boxers, which we have both that are awesome.
Hashtag Jabes loves the blades.
I really do. I really do.
Big girl stuff. We got some big girl stuff here. I saw a weird couple last night that tripped me out, and I was like, I don't think this is real. And sure enough, it is. It is real.
Oh, and
real.
Okay, I think I saw this. Why did this trip you out, and say who it is?
Lily Allen, the singer, and David
She's a
Harbour.
talk singer. She's
What's
a
that?
talk singer.
I like Lily Allen. Is that wrong?
You do?
Yeah.
She's a talk singer, you guys. So you know these.
She did this song with Common called "Driving Me Wild" that I was a huge fan of, and I like Lily Allen. She's
Right.
great,
She's cool.
and she still looks like Lily Allen.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
she
yeah.
still looks identical.
Yeah.
And but she's engaged to the guy from Stranger Things, kind of the
Yeah.
fat sheriff.
The
and,
sheriff.
It's a weird. That's not the combo I pictured in
No?
my head. No, and
He's a weirdo.
So that's what I've heard, but I don't know anything about this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So last night I did a little digging on the interwebs. Is where I was writing the show last night.
Why not? And by the way, I think they're married already.
Oh, they are.
So the
Okay.
rumor was that they got married in Vegas.
Oh,
But
all
it's
right.
like not cool to be married right now. If you're in the public eye or in entertainment, everyone's pushing their weddings off to be safe. So it's actually not okay to actually get married somewhere.
Right.
They went to Vegas, got a marriage certificate, whatever. Carry on.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was like, it's a weird couple. I've never seen them even out together. And then, sure enough, as I was using the Google machine and I looked up this lovely couple out and about, he seems to rock a ponytail a lot, which is unusual for a man of that age. And that hair pattern, he does not have a lot of it, and it looks weird. Looks weird.
So he's 45.
What? Mm-hmm. I would have said 50s.
No. He's 45.
Yeesh. Okay.
6'3".
That's a hard 45.
He's a fluctuator. Do you know what I mean? He's a weight fluctuator. Which I relate to. But weird dude. Do you remember the Oscar? Not Oscar.
Oh,
Emmy
yeah.
speech?
That was weird.
Very
You're
crazy,
right. Yes.
impassioned,
Way over the top.
liberal activist, if you will, I guess. Ponytail, man bun. Look, just a weird creative type. It seems to me like he wishes he was a rock star. And there are
Sure.
this certain type of actor, Keanu Reeves, Johnny Depp, whatever. They're just not. They're an actor and they did it, but
Yeah.
God, would they love to be a bartender or a rock star? Like somehow that to them is like so much better. Mm-hmm. He's one of those, I think. And so I think it's fitting. She seems cool. He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Rich weirdo.
Yeah. It's a weird pairing. It was a commercial that I saw this morning with a weird pairing in it, and I was like, I wonder what made you do that. I'm debating about how much I can say about this story here. Fuck it. I'll say what I say. I'll live with the repercussions later, I guess.
Red Witch LA. I'll read your comment in a second.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Go ahead.
Mint Mobile is a cell phone service. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with them, Hio?
No, we're not poor.
Right, exactly, right? So here's the deal.
Stop being poor.
Well, I am poor, but
Yeah.
I've not heard of Mint Mobile.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. I forgot, Giorgio. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can speak. He can speak in.
No, he
He's
said I'm
mic'd in.
poor.
Oh,
I
he's poor.
forgot.
You're not poor. Are you
I
poor?
forgot he's poor. You write his checks, bro.
We're working on it.
Just joking.
Guys, more of that OnlyFans.
We're
We got
do- bump
16
up. We're
subscribers. We
bumping up.
need that to at least 50.
We're in a bump up system,
right.
Giorgio.
The
We're in a
people who are
bump up.
calling me Big D Papa G have already subscribed, and they know what's up. So
Oh shit! Go to Just Giorgio on OnlyFans. That's right, $5 and you can see his penis. So
I
we
think
got to
he's
get
actually
Papa Giorgio some
gaining
money.
some.
Followers. He's got 16.
Oh my
Or
gosh!
some length, yeah. So we got to get him above 20.
That's huge.
We'll keep expanding. Go to Just Giorgio on OnlyFans for $5. You can see his whole penis and his face and all that stuff. But the weird couple thing that I was talking about was so Mint Mobile had hit me up personally and said, look, we would like to sponsor your shows. We want you to. It is mandatory that you use the service. and you have to talk about the use of said service. First of all, look, our shows are paid for by sponsors. That's why I said I'll debate about how much we're saying on this, but I really don't give a shit. All of these shows, podcast-wise, are paid for by sponsors. I only use sponsors that I like and I use. Otherwise, I would feel like a dick telling you to get something that I don't actually use in real life, right? And that's the truth. We get pitches all the fucking time for shit that I'm like, man, I can't do that. Mint Mobile was one of them. After I turned down this deal, because they wanted me to switch over carriers for the business,
I get it.
everything, right? We travel so much for work. The biggest thing that I bitch about is fucking coverage inside these games and everything, because we're trying to get out either live shows to the world or videos or whatever we have to do with, the teams or anything else, right? There is a lot of places where I'm like, fuck, man, I can't get anything, and I'm in the middle of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get anything on Verizon and AT&T, and I've had both exclusively for the last 10 years, I guess, right? Except for when I was using a Sidekick and I was on that T-Mobile life in the early 2000s, I've still had problems with those two. With Mint Mobile, there's no fucking way I'm getting cell phone signal anywhere, right? There has been a couple times at some of these events that you've called me, and you're like, hey, dude, why aren't you answering what's going on? Our children wanted to talk to you or FaceTime you or whatever.
Right.
One of them was, I think, at the Florida game at the college football opener last year. And I was in Orlando in the middle of a stadium, and I couldn't receive or send calls on Verizon. Therefore, there's no fucking way Mint Mobile is going to work. Right after that happened, and I said no to that deal, Ryan Reynolds buys part of the company. And he owns part of Mint Mobile. And as you know, with the gin and everything else that he's in, he's kind of taken his team in there and kind of revamped these things so they're funny and lighthearted, and it makes you want to buy the shit because you like Ryan Reynolds, right? It's $30 a month, unlimited. That's their fucking deal at Mint Mobile or whatever, but good luck getting a fucking phone call to come through, okay? This morning, the first commercial drops because I was like, dude, you wanted me to say that I use it, and I'm on air every single day. I've never seen Ryan Reynolds in one of these things. Commercial they dropped today is him and Rick Moranis using Mint Mobile.
Rick is back.
He's back. Fully back.
Well, we need to get Mint Mobile, I guess, because.
So, and Ryan Reynolds tweets about it. So this commercial dropped about 4 hours ago. It was right before I came to the studio. It said, Ryan Reynolds is saying, today, Mint Mobile is launching unlimited for just $30 and bringing back Rick Moranis. Suck it, 2020. And then there's a full commercial with Ryan Reynolds and Rick Moranis. Great marketing. Same thing with his gin. Great marketing. He's mastered it. Congratulations, Ryan Reynolds. You were rich and now worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. However, there is no fucking way on God's green earth that you were using Mint Mobile when you were out and about all over the world calling your lovely wife,
dude.
Blake Lively, and your kids. You're not calling them from Rome or whatever the fuck it's got to be for whatever you're drinking your fancy gin at. You're not calling home on Mint Mobile and getting a clear signal and being like, oh, man, holy shit, Mint Mobile. No way. Not one fucking prayer in this world.
No.
Now, Mint Mobile.
Same with the gin.
You want to? And here's what
nobody's drinking the gin.
No, nobody's drinking the gin.
And
no one.
They're not drinking the gin.
No.
Ryan Reynolds is not drinking his gin and on his Mint Mobile. Wake up, people.
It was like when Justin Timberlake bought half of MySpace after, to make it all music. And it was like, no, you're not on MySpace, Justin Timberlake. Don't you fucking do this. Don't you dare. But they're back, Jabes. And that's where we're at. Moranis is back, baby. And I was trying to think, I was like, why him now? Whatever, right? I did read, and we did a story on the show maybe 4 or 5 months ago where I said that he had signed on for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And he's got one of the most endearing life stories of all time.
No, I love Moranis.
So do I. And I'm happy to see him back. It's not going to get me to buy Mint Mobile, but, it is what it is. By the way, Mint Mobile out there, if you're listening, again, because you clearly were before, I had said this. If you send me a burner phone, this is the second phone where I can test this, all the shit that I need to go to, I'll give it a go. And if it really works, yes, then I will promote it on the show and be more than amped. I'd love to pay $30 unlimited a month on a fucking phone thing. Just give me a burner phone so I can test it out at all these events. This Saturday, Jabes will be there. We're doing a live show from Whiskey Tango Foxtrot in downtown Austin. That is at 1 p.m. We're raging for hours until the University of Texas game. We're doing a huge live show there. Jessie will be there. We're going to have well, maybe not because the stadium's at quarter capacity, but we'll see how just our normal cell phones work on these days. You've been to a lot of these big events with me. The following week, Monday, I've got to go to Nashville for the Kid Rock thing. And then the following weekend, I've got to go to the Cowboys home opener here. So give me a burner phone, Mint Mobile. I'll test it in all these goddamn cities. And then if it works, it works. And I'll be happy to promote it and say I'm sorry. Okay? But in the meantime, enjoy Rick Moranis. And that's pretty cool you brought Rick Moranis back for a commercial.
That is awesome.
Do you have a crime corner to end it today, Jabes?
I do.
Oh, you don't seem real positive. Should I give you the old crime corner? Crime corner. Crime corner. Crime corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, let's see. So we're going to go through this together. It might be bad. It might be whatever.
Let's do it.
Naked intruder pooped and masturbated in home when homeowners pulled a gun on him.
Oh, did he?
When Tony,
Did he poop and masturbate after the gun was pulled on him?
in Florida, there.
He obviously was in Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When Tony and LaDonna Land discovered naked carnival worker now.
I love
I
a
could
good
end
carny.
the story right now, right? Because that's going to be some weird shit.
Yeah.
When they discovered Carney,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
derogatory.
No.
Carney worker Gregory Matthew Bruni on their roof. The night had just begun. Do you know what I mean? That wasn't the half of it.
Okay, sure.
That was the beginning of their
Of the
evening
night,
with
yeah.
this Carney. He allegedly assaulted Tony,
Okay.
trashed the couple's Fort Myers home, and then defecated and masturbated inside the house.
So it was afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
he
couple
wanted to see. He wanted to have himself be seen shitting and masturbating.
Yeah, and I think he had rational thoughts like that. Yeah. I think
a-
it was all rational and
It's a
planned
power
out.
move. It's a power move. I can tell you that right now.
They found, his documents that laid out exactly what he was going to do. No. I don't think anything was planned. I don't think anything was thought out. I think it was all kind of spur of the moment, right?
Sure.
This one feels very spur of the moment stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
It does. Yeah.
A pooping and masturbating in the house. So the couple told the police, they told police they were in the bedroom at around 7 p.m. So I was thinking later with this kind of behavior, but it was 7. You know what I mean?
Look, meth doesn't have time limits.
No, meth doesn't
You can do it all day.
pick and choose.
No, you can do it all
7
day.
p.m. Monday, when they heard a noise that sounded like thunder, the husband went outside and saw Bruni on top of the roof completely naked. Oh my God, this is a nightmare.
Yeah.
He allegedly jumped down on top of the guy,
Holy shit.
knocked
from
him
the
over
roof.
by hitting him in the shoulder. Yeah.
Wow.
And the couple said Bruni ran into the house, pulled a big screen TV off the wall. Guys, has anyone tried to do that? Very hard. You have to have the strength of PCP, right? You have to have the strength of meth / PCP, right?
To pull it out of that.
To pull it just right out of the.
Right out
Those
of the
things
wall.
they're meant so that they never come off. Right. That's the whole point of that. Is because you don't ever want it falling on you or anything like that. So they're meant to never ever come off without tools.
That's great.
So he pulled the big screen TV off the wall, spilled contents of a vacuum onto the floor. So this was just such a chaotic scene. And I love the crime corners that are like, if you try and see it in your head. Like, it's such a jarring, insane situation. He's pulled the TV off the wall. He's somehow found your vacuum, opened up the filter, emptied it. Thank you. By the way, I hate doing that.
Yeah.
So that was like a good thing that he did for them. Not the TV on the wall so much, but pulled the big screen TV off, vacuum onto the floor. Around this time, the wife grabbed a gun and began firing it at the nude Carney.
That's what I would have done. I was just
100%.
if they had
Where's
a gun
the gun?
in the house.
Like, she missed, and then the couple called 911. I don't know who the hell he is. He's naked, and he ran into the damn house. That's what the recording, the 911 said. So when deputies arrived, they attempted to control Bruni, who they said was wildly flailing around, speaking nonsensically. They also discovered that Bruni had defecated on the floor in 2 spots within the home. Jesus Christ.
Wow. It's hard to reload and dump out again. Man, if meth is running through you at that point, it's like you're going to shit a lot, you know?
Okay, wait, let me just go through this. So, so the couple told authorities, like, after the shots were fired, after they shot at him, Bruni began whacking the mole. Now, look, that's not a phrase that we use.
What article is this? Who's your news source here for this one? No one says whacking the mole in, like, USA Today.
It's HuffPost.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You're
Fox 4 now. Yeah. So, okay. So after they shot at him, missed, he starts masturbating in the living room before heading to the son's bedroom to rub some clothes on his face. Then they discovered the defecations. At some point during the ruckus, investigators say Bruni sucked up the contents of the vacuum that he had emptied and spit it back out.
Yeah.
Bruni was taken into custody and transported to a hospital for evaluation, where doctors reportedly told deputies they planned to conduct tests to determine what Bruni was on. Maybe nothing. He's been charged with criminal mischief, battery, occupied burglary, and resisting arrest without violence.
Yeah.
Because it really isn't violent.
No,
the
not at
things
all.
that he did, just super weird, chaotic, and inconvenient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in the end, that house was...
Wow. At 2 dumps, a jerk sesh.
Vacuum stuff on the floor, sucking it back up, spitting it out. There's gunshots, right?
Yeah.
Because you've shot at the guy.
Big screen is
TV
ripped off the
ripped
wall.
off the wall on the ground.
Wow.
All before 9 p.m.
Who is your detective on this? Who sent
All
that
before 9 p.m. That was me.
All right, you found it on your own.
Yeah.
You're your own detective today, Jabes.
Look,
Proud of you.
I've been busy.
Proud of you.
We went through that together, guys, you know.
We really did. My God, man. That was a great one. That's a great crime corner, Jabes.
Yeah, thanks.
Proud of you.
Chaotic.
Red Witch LA. He says, buy a second place trophy. My son called his kindergarten teacher a dumb
C-word.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't do that.
Eesh. Yeah,
Probably
but look.
shouldn't do that. Red Witch LA.
I am you, I see you, and I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because I am you.
Is that storms in Texas?
Jeez, guys.
We get a little
This is gnarly. Are we still on?
Yeah, we got a little rain.
Wow.
We've got Google Fiber now.
We've got fiber, bros.
We're fucking crystal clear. I'm looking at our images right now. This is the greatest of all time. Google Fiber.
We're
Austin,
going through
Texas.
the storm. We're going through the storm,
If
people.
we're in Wilmington right now, we would have had 19 power outages and somebody with a jackhammer outside the door.
Yeah.
Building something else. But this is great.
We better just...
We're here with you every single day. Matter of fact, we're going live here in about 20, 30 minutes. We're doing an emergency Drinkin Bros episode today for our president. Mr. Donald John Trump has been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. And we're going to deep dive into that today. And people have lost their minds and have melted down to the ground on Twitter over this. I want to remind you that Obama was not only nominated, but won before he actually took office. So these things are like Oscars now. But if anybody deserves it, it's DJ T, brother. It's DJ T. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Do it right now. Don't fuck me on this. We really need it. It moves us on up the charts. And look, man, I've said the same thing about Spotify. Hey, Spotify, give us a call. No censorship. Nothing out of Joe Rogan. 43 episodes still missing. And apparently we're all censored. And 30%. Are you anything, Giorgio, that I need to? Are you LGBTQ plus? Any one of those?
I'm pretty brown.
Pretty brown. Okay. What are you claiming there?
Mexican and Greek.
Mexican and Greek. All right. So that's Latinx. Is he a Latinx?
Yeah, he's like Latin plus.
Yeah, we got a Latinx that works for us here. Super diverse. We have a crew of one here. And
we have a low IQ woman.
Hang on. So there's 3 people here today. Giorgio, myself, you. Technically,
We're at
33% of our staff today is meeting the requirements. We could win an Oscar for this show. Thank you, Giorgio. You know what? No, thank me. That's all I do is I think about people's races. Before I hired you, I was like, man, we've got to get rid of white people.
Ross, we also have a woman on the set today, so 60%.
Yes, you got a woman here too. I'm the one who's fucking it all up for everyone.
Yeah.
A white male. What a worthless thing to be these days.
Scary.
Just a white.
Scary world for you.
A white honky, dude. Just a white male. I'm totally worthless now. But just know that 66% of everyone who's in the studio today is diverse. We have a woman. We have a Latinx guy. And, shit, later we're going to have a guy in here with a fucking handicap. Jared Taylor's coming in today.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's all fucked up mentally. So, he fits in that category. So
Dan?
Stay tuned for Drinkin Bros. Now Dan's a white man. Dan's whiter than I am. He's transparent.
That's true.
Yeah. The storms are coming, baby. You hear that lightning? For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Stay tuned. We're going live in about a half hour for Drinkin Bros. Talking about the Nobel Peace Prize today for Donald J. Trump. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.